Welcome by Dutch Video Shooter. My name is Victor Bart and I'm trying to find an affordable but really decent telephoto prime. I tested this Solycore 400mm. It's only in 6.3. It's decent but not great. And here we have my Canon FD 200mm F4, and this is a really disappointing lens. It has a lot of chromatic aberration. So here we have my FD kit. And let's see which lens we're gonna use today. My FD kit contains out of the 70mm 20, 24, 28, 35, 50, 55, 85, 135 and this 200. And the 24, 28 and 35 are all the F2s and the 55 is the F1.2. So the lens that we're gonna test out today is this Canon FD 200mm F2.8. And we need a 2x teleconverter and a normal adapter without glass. I bought this lens on eBay and I paid $160 in Japan, but I got import duty, so I paid over 200 euros for it. So let's see if it was worth it. So it's a 200mm lens with an f2.8 aperture, so it's quite fast and quite long. For $160 it's also quite affordable. The aperture goes from f32 to 2.8 in half steps. The focus feels very smooth and the focus throw is around 250 degrees, so that's pretty decent. And the lens comes with a built-in lens hood. The front glass is pretty big and it is a 72mm filter thread. And of course the mount is Canon FD. So we're gonna test the lens out on my Panasonic GH5 with a small HD focus monitor and the XLR adapter with a Rode NT1 and a Sakuto rigging. And we're gonna try out the lens with the Speedbooster, so it becomes a 280mm lens if you compare to full frame, but with f2 on the sensor. We're gonna use it with a normal adapter without glass, so that turns it into a 400mm if you compare to full frame, with f2.8 on the sensor. And I'm gonna use this teleconverter with this adapter, and that turns it into an 800mm with f5.6 on the sensor. So that are pretty awesome focal lengths. So this camera rig looks pretty badass with this lens, and I'm gonna use it on my Miller tripod, and that Miller tripod goes from 4 to 14 kilos, so that's more than enough for a big rig like this. And I forget to mention the lens has 8 aperture blades, so that makes pretty nice bokeh. Let's take the Low Pro Whistler backpack with me, because this backpack is so deep that I can put the whole rig in it without taking off the rods. Let's not forget my SLR Magic Fader ND filter. And this backpack fits a cinema tripod. Let's go to a place with a lot of birds, and the sun is setting in an hour, so we should have a really nice light, and the skies are good for a really nice sunset. The place I want to go is behind here, but this field is not flooded, but the field behind that is flooded. But here's a highway, so you might hear some car noises in the footage. So here's the flooded field, and here there are a lot of birds and in the water. So I think this is a very good spot to set my camera up and do the first shots. This Miller tripod goes really low. I love that. I like this lens. It's a usable lens, but it's not a hidden gem. It has a nice focal length with a razor thin depth of field. The focus peaking of the GH5 really worked well, only with the teleconverter the image falls apart, a lot of chromatic aberrations and it becomes really soft. The focus peaking barely worked with the teleconverter. So as a mid-range telephoto lens it's a good lens, but for the extreme long telephoto work it's less usable because of the teleconverter falling apart. While focusing, the lens doesn't extend or rotate. The focus throw between infinity and 20 meters is really short, like 7mm, so finding the correct focus point is really hard, and also the focus system has a tiny bit of play, which makes it also harder. The lens will get a place in my lens kit. I'm gonna put a 3D printed follow focus gear on the lens, and I will continue the search for an affordable long telephoto lens. So if someone has an affordable FD 300mm, 400mm 2.8 or a 500 or 600mm F4.5, let me know. Or maybe I should try out the modern Sigma 150-600 F5 6.3. I lost all the light. Even the Speedbooster wide open doesn't help anymore. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video, subscribe and leave a comment. And if you want to support my channel, you can use my Amazon affiliated links.